So Roblox on mobile just got a slight upgrade. It's not really too massive, but it is kind of cool. Roblox is bringing back sales, and all of the items I think were leaked. Roblox is finally hiring someone that might be able to help keep the platform a bit safer, I guess. And some other negative stuff that we should all also talk about in today's video, because it's all over the place. But yeah, if you're already subscribed, welcome back, and I thank you. But if you weren't already subscribed and you clicked on this video, I'm mad. And hit the button. Thank you. Let's talk about the first story, which just happens to be Roblox being on the news, which is not really anything surprising nowadays. But here's a tweet I got that says, Roblox made the news in Australia for the new age verification system they added, with a link showing off the brand new news story that was posted and, live in Australia about Roblox's new age restriction thing, which we're going to talk about a little bit more of that in a second. But yeah, basically this is like an 8-minute news story talking about how these protections work and whatnot. I mean, there's not really much else I can go into with this other than just talking about how, yeah, it was on air in Australia, and it's also posted on the same news account that has 1 million subs. So, I mean, it is kind of a big deal. Now, Dave Baszucki and nobody from Roblox was in this news story, so it's not really like too crazy, and I don't really think we need to talk about it in full. But yeah, it's interesting to see Roblox get even more news coverage, but it's also, I guess, maybe not surprising because this happens a lot nowadays, I think. But regardless, we can now move on to something else that is not very good, and it has to do with Roblox's new age verification system, because it is absolutely getting worse. So I've seen a lot of different arguments being posted about this new update that really shine a negative light on it, like even more than it was already. So here was one of the first tweets that I saw. This one stupid rule within the new chat restrictions will now disallow the callout system in Guts and Black Powder. I've sunk thousands of dollars on voice lines for it, and Roblox is now going to make them remove it. Now, if you're confused, let's read the screenshot they include here, because it says that apparently in the rules for Roblox's new chat system and restrictions that they're adding, Roblox game developers are no longer able to implement their own form of chat in games in like any way, shape, or form. Because it says here, can creators make their own preset messages? With Roblox saying just straight up no. However, we are currently considering on how we can safely enable creators to implement this type of functionality. So with Roblox being pretty vague in this, rule here, it does seem like a lot of games that have sort of call out systems or certain like quick chat event type of things will actually have to remove them from the game or make them only available to people who actually have their age verified on Roblox, which is kind of annoying. Like the main thing I think of is like in Typical Colors 2, if you press, I think, E on your keyboard, it yells for a medic, right? Are you not allowed to use that anymore if you don't have your age verified technically? I have no clue. But seemingly from this rule, I guess that could fit into this, this rule. I don't know. It could actually maybe potentially be not allowed anymore. Now, obviously, Roblox does say in the same rule that they are considering how we can safely enable creators to implement this into their games. So potentially this rule won't really last long, or Roblox will clear it up. But regardless, people are not happy with this, and they're also not happy with something else, because apparently this age check thing is just not working at all for so many people. Going to the Roblox Help subreddit, it has been flooded with these Roblox age verification posts about them either not working at all, estimating people's ages wrong, or these age estimations just completely failing and forcing people to verify with IDs, which is just like so annoying. So yeah, on top of, all the other issues that this update has that people have been, slowly discovering over the time that it's been released, it's also just not working at all, like on a mass scale. In my last video, I was talking about it being, a little bit broken, and I said maybe it's just like a small group of people that are experiencing this, but no, it seems like everybody is experiencing this. Now, also, I do want to say as well, I was also chosen to do this age check as well. As you can see, if I log on to Roblox, I actually have this on my screen, and I'm pretty sure I even ID verified on this account before. So I don't know why they're doing this. Maybe it glitched for me, but very annoying, and I will be doing this eventually. I'm just too lazy to do it now, and I will update you guys in the pinned comment on if it was accurate for me or not, which I have a feeling it definitely will not be very accurate. But yeah, regardless, people are digging up a lot of different rules and things that were in this new Roblox restriction update that are not really seeming good at all. Like, it's seeming really, really bad. Like, there's also this other tweet that I can't really find, but it showcased how this new system is basically flawed, where basically if there was something bad happening in a Roblox game between a certain age group, other age groups in that same experience would not be able to see these chats at all and stop whatever is happening. You know what I mean? So like, in-game moderators, for example, for a lot of games like role-playing games, will probably have a lot of problems with this update because they will literally be unable to moderate most age groups because they're not going to be in these age groups, bro. This update is completely like and utterly terrible now that I think about it. In my last video, I was trying to give it some leeway. I saw people on Twitter, giving it the benefit of the doubt, but also being pretty negative. It was like 50-50. But now that like a couple days have passed, dude, this update is like 90% negative reactions. And I think, yeah, the main thing thing that personally makes this update absolutely useless is the fact that a lot of games cannot manually moderate anymore because of this, which manually moderating was one of the main ways that Roblox games could actually keep safe on Roblox, and now it's just technically not possible at all, which really sucks. And all I gotta do now is just hope that reports start working, dude, because bro, this is bad. Like, now that I'm really thinking about it, this is terrible. But now we can move on to positive stories, guy. Well, this isn't even very positive, it's kind of weird, but let's talk about it, because Baszucki apparently said he wants to launch a prediction market. Now, I didn't know what that was when I saw this tweet, but reading more in depth into it, it is not good, I don't think, because apparently Baszucki went on this podcast where these people started asking him this question where they said, would you ever put a prediction market inside Roblox? So letting players bet with their Robux and say, I bet he's going to steal a Tung Tung Sahur. Bro, what are these boomers talking about? And then the other person in the podcast named Newton says, or I bet he's not going to dress to impress. Wow, these guys are so hip and cool. But anyways, Baszucki responded saying, we would, and I think we would have to do that. Once again, I'll share some of the complexity. Every single country in the world has different legislation around loot boxes and I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. And then he cuts off here and it says, it sounds very fun and obvious. I like and love that. And then right after, the same people that were talking about this, you know, prediction market said straight up, oh, to be clear, I think this is a bad idea. But then Baszucki doubles down by saying, well, I actually think it's a brilliant idea if it can be done in an educational way that's legal. And so imagine no free Robux, no free prizes, just a game called Dress to Impress Predictor, where it's not like trying to get people's money or anything like that. I would be a big fan of it. Yeah, I have no clue what he's really talking about here, but it doesn't seem good because it all is kind of rooted in the G word, the pet sim word. Now, apparently this interview goes on for way longer, and it is apparently a dumpster fire. Like, I looked through it a little bit, and there's so many questions that I can't even talk about on this YouTube channel, and they are just, what is Baszucki saying, bro? I can't even explain it. It's impossible. I imagine Green Lego Cats will probably cover this, so yeah, just wait for him to cover this whole interview, but it is astronomically insane how bad this is, bro. And regardless, I think this is so dumb. This is so dumb, and let's move on to the next thing, which is hopefully a lot more positive, because yesterday you might have already heard about it because it was very, very big news. But Roblox basically just tweeted out saying say less to someone who was talking about the Roblox Black Friday sales and how they kind of stopped, I think in 2020 or 2021, basically insinuating that they're bringing back Black Friday sales. Now, nothing happened for like a whole day except for them like responding to some tweets here. Like, Isaac tweeted out this picture of a bunch of Black Friday items, and then Roblox said, no, I'm not adding all of those back, only some of them. So that was kind of funny. And as of a couple hours ago, we seemingly got the full item list, but they're kind of like blurred out and like turned into silhouettes, because here's the tweet that Roblox tweeted out saying, starting tomorrow, check the marketplace daily from November 22nd to the 29th for special items, which I think is a very, very good way to do this. They're not just dumping all the items out on the weekend. They're spreading it over a week, which I think is a way better way to do this. So that's awesome. Surprisingly, Roblox has a good idea for once. But they also include a video here that showcases a bunch of different items that they're apparently going to add, and all of them are OG items, bro, and some of them are really dang cool. The lampshades are coming back. There's some squid items. There's a hidden item. It's looking good, okay? These are some pretty heat items that they could have chose for this Black Friday sale. I do wish they didn't leak all of them right off the bat, but regardless, it's not like terrible. I think they're doing a pretty good job, and surprisingly, guys, Roblox did something good. I think this is like the first time this month, okay? But yeah, that's what's going on. Those are all the items if you can figure them out. We don't know exactly what variant of these items they are. Like, there's a squid item there, but there's so many versions of that squid, so it could be any one of them. And regardless, this is actually pretty exciting. W Roblox. But in even more Black Friday news, it seems like Roblox has already started this sale in quotation marks, and I say that because they haven't really been putting anything on sale yet. They've just been making things limited, which is still kind of cool. As you can see, here's one of the items that have went limited so far, named the Tix Bling, which is just cool. It's an old classic item. Pretty sure this was on sale when Tix were getting removed, so that's really cool to see. Guys, maybe it means Tix is coming back. But that's not the only item that went limited so far. The blue traffic cone also went limited, so if you have this item, you can now sell it in 30 days, I believe, and get some free Robux out of it, which is kind of cool. I do like how Roblox is making these items limited instead of just putting all of them back on sale. I like that, and I hope that this Black Friday sale is elite, bro. I hope they keep putting stuff limited, and I hope they release really cool items very soon. It seems really good so far. And now in some other W Roblox news, we have a huge, or maybe huge, Roblox update to mobile cool because they're seemingly just revamping the whole Roblox mobile app, because it was a couple, I think, weeks ago where they revamped the avatar editor, and then there was another week ago where they changed all of the icons, and now apparently they're adding a new way to look at the menu on Roblox that I think is a little bit better. But I don't know, you can tell me in the comments if you're a mobile player and you agree or disagree with me, because I started seeing a bunch of tweets about this, like this one that says Roblox released a new mobile UI and it's actually really cool, with a video here showcasing that yes, this is what it now looks like if you launch Roblox on mobile for some people. And you will notice that there's actually the Roblox logo in the top left now, which I think is a very, very good addition. And now there's also this hamburger menu. I think that's what they're called because it's 3 lines. And if you click it, it actually opens up this menu on the side of your screen, which looks pretty dang good. And it actually has some new functionality that's not really too crazy, but it is better than the normal Roblox mobile app in my opinion, because whenever I personally launch Roblox on mobile, the continue playing and favorites tab for my games are nowhere to be seen, bro. They're always all the way at the bottom for me. I don't know why it's like that. It's not like that for everybody, but I know a lot of people do have that problem. And now if you play on mobile, you don't really have to worry about that, because if you just hit the top left button, you can now access your continue playing and favorites right at the top, which I think is a very, very good update. And yeah, and then you also have all the other buttons that are normally on like the more tab, I think, like inventory, connections, communities, messages, premium, gift cards, whatever. Those are all pretty normal and have been there forever. But yeah, the continue playing and favorites button I think are new and pretty exciting. I don't know. I like that. Another thing that looks a little bit better is the switch accounts option is now just at the top of the screen. When you click that little arrow, it'll allow you to switch between your multiple accounts, which I think is so much better than what it was before. A lot more clean, a lot better. And I do think that this is a pretty nice looking update. I think it's good, and I do think it's cool that Roblox has been slowly revamping the mobile app, because it has been a little bit dated, bro. I feel like it's been the same for the past 3 to 4 years. And now all I ask is for them to bring this back, because this was really cool. Why did they get rid of this? But yeah, this is not the only tweet about this new UI. Here's another person that tweeted it saying, hello, they revamped the mobile UI. I'm in the UK, so it must be here for a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of tweets about this. Or yeah, the same thing. They just kind of show off that, yep, now there's a new sidebar menu on mobile, which looks a little bit different. And in my opinion, a little bit better. Because now it just kind of looks like the Roblox website, I think is the best version of Roblox in my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you're on mobile and you hate this or not. Anyways, we can now move on to the next story, which just happens to be Roblox hiring someone that could potentially have some sort of big effect on Roblox, maybe in a positive way. So I saw this tweet right here that says Roblox is hiring a law enforcement liaison. I think that's how you say that. But it says the job is to coordinate with police in documentation of potential operations. This is a good step forward for Roblox, with a screenshot from LinkedIn, I guess, showcasing that Roblox has had a law enforcement liaison in Europe position up for about a week now, and 200 people have applied for this. And it also says that I think Roblox has hired people for this role. It says see who Roblox has hired. So maybe Roblox already hired one of these people. I don't know. Regardless, I do think that this is possibly a good thing for the platform. Hopefully it actually has a pretty big effect. I mean, we see Roblox hire people pretty frequently for, you know, a lot of the bad stuff that happens on the website nowadays. And I don't really think it's had many big effects yet, but, you know, I'm being hopeful here. Hopefully it gets better. And yeah, that's going on with the new person that Roblox is hiring.